I'm ready to fight, and that's about it.
Hey, how y'all doing? Same here. I'm ready to fight. Let's do this.
Great. Well, with that, we're just going to open it up for media questions. If you guys have a question, please raise your hand and wait for the microphone.
For Quentin and Mo, you know, you guys, it's already been laid out, but there's been some good trash talk. There's been talk of leg babies and and fat shaming going on. Like how excited are you two guys just to get down to it?
You know, I'm always excited to go out there and put on a show for the fans, and you know, I feel very confident about this fight. King Mo won't be making no leg babies this weekend, not at all.
And Mo?
Yeah, I won't be making none because after I'm done, I'm gonna give him a plan B. You know, it's about 50. What is it? $50? I'm gonna go get some plan B tonight.
There is no plan B. Giving me no damn plan B. What the fuck wrong, King Mo? He ain't humping my legs this weekend.
Yeah, you gonna take that plan B?
No, I ain't taking no plan B.
Additional questions in the back? Gareth?
Question for Quentin and Mo in a second, but could I ask Marcus Galvao and Emmanuel Sanchez? I mean, I think there's an interesting scenario going on because, of course, Duke Rufus trained your coach, Marcus, and now his young fighter, who's very promising, it's a chance for your coach to go up against Duke Rufus. How interesting is that?
Eu acho que o esporte evoluiu muito, entendeu? Cada um seguiu seu rumo e estou muito feliz de lutar com o Emmanuel Sanches. É um lutador muito bom, muito experiente. É um grande teste para mim.
So the sport's evolved a lot, and a lot of the trainers work with one another. So it's not, you know, surprised that's happening. He thinks Emmanuel Sanchez is a very tough opponent. He's very excited, and he's going to put on a good fight.
Would you think there's an advantage that you might be 50 pounds heavier than Mo Lawal when you step into that cage on Friday night?
Yeah, I think it's a advantage for me. You know, to keep it real, you know, I would have rather fought a bigger guy because I was going to heavyweight. I thought that would be, you know, sufficient fighting another heavyweight guy. But you know, like I said, Mo would fight anybody. He fought a couple of guys at heavyweight. So I think he has a big disadvantage because you know, I'm bigger and stronger.
Are you promising a knockout on Friday night then?
Well, I promise I'm going for the knockout. I'm looking for the knockout. Sometimes it's hard to fight somebody who's not fighting back, but you guys know I'm going for the knockout.
And a final one since I've asked everyone, I might as well not leave. Well, I've left Chase out now. Apologies, Chase. Good luck on Friday night. Just a quick question for Mo Lawal. Mo, obviously it's repeat or revenge for you on Friday night. Tell us what you're going to do to Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Really, man, what it comes down to, I got a game plan set. Got that plan B ready for him after I beat him, and that's where it is. You know what I'm saying? He says I'm going to hump his leg, so I guess I'm going to hump his leg. You know, I'm going to get that plan B, make sure I don't have no babies, and that's it.
Rampage, back here in the back.
Where?
Boss, how are you? You won the first fight with Mo. You've never believed that should be in dispute. Why give him the rematch at this point? Is there just nobody else?
Yes, I didn't knock him out, but that's one reason why I even wanted a rematch. But you know, I don't ask for fights. The way it go with the promoters, like a lot of people think that, you know, a lot of people don't understand. They think that fighters set the fights and stuff like that. It's not boxing, you know what I'm saying? I had a fight coming up. You know, Scott Coker wanted me to fight. They wanted me to fight Crow Cop. He retired. Then they threw out King Mo. And first thing I said, no, he's too small. I want a big guy. I want a heavyweight. And they said, no, King Mo. And I said, okay, I'm fighting King Mo.
What is the latest with your future situation? I mean, do you have fights left on your Bellator deal after this one? Do you want to stick around with Bellator? Do you want to start considering hanging up?
I just want to focus on this fight, and then maybe we can ask those questions Saturday or something.
Okay.
Friday
and
night.
then for Mo, real quick, we know why you wanted the rematch. Why take it at heavyweight?
Why not? I'm a fighter. I don't care about the weight class. I don't care about when, where. Just make sure the check is right. And you know, he asked me for a rematch. You know what I'm saying, after the first fight. So, you know, it's gonna happen.
You've had, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 fights since you guys fought the first time. He's had only a couple. Do you feel like that's an advantage in your corner that kind of maybe balances out the fact that you'll be lighter than him on Friday night?
I don't know. I just know that when it comes down to it, game plan and everything's what balances everything out. Me fighting 10 more times or 15 more times than him don't mean nothing. The game plan and the training and the strategy is what matters.
Game plans go out the window when you get punched in the face.
Okay, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see. They always do. You get punched in the face.
Okay.
You're gonna forget all about your game plan.
Okay.
Very Bill Belichick of you. And Mo, I know that the big question here is the weight difference. How do you plan on utilizing that weight actually to your advantage?
Game plan, like I said, creating angles, good movement, motion, and you know, if I have to jam him, I'll jam him. He might have the size, but that don't mean he has a strength, because technique can handle strength.
Thank you. And last one, Rampage. I know a couple days ago, some words were taken out of context as far as people thinking that your biggest regret was ever starting this sport. Did you want to clarify that for everybody out there?
Man, you know, half the times you do interviews, you get negative people in the world that want to spin your words and, you know, to get a clickbait or just to get people to, you know, listen to the interview. Like, it's hard being in the public eye when you just keep it real. Like, the guy asked me, like, on the spot, what's my biggest regret about doing MMA, and I thought about my family. Like, since I've been, you know, I left everything back in Memphis and I moved to California. I left everything, my family, my car, my job, everything, and I left and moved to California by myself. And my little sister was 8 when I left, and I was very close to my little sister. I helped raise her. You know what I'm saying? I used to change her Pampers, you know, help her with her schoolwork, take her to school, do all that stuff. And now she's a grown woman. I put her through college and everything, and she's working and stuff. And I don't know my sister anymore. You know, I don't know my family. So I just kept it real. Only thing I said, you know, I wish I would have stayed home with my family, and I would have been close to them. You know, since I've been a fighter, I've been screwed out of millions of dollars by managers and people pretend to be friends. And you know, when I was champion, had a lot of fake friends, stuff around me. And as soon as I lost the belt, you know, where did they go? You know, my family, you know, they're always there, and they always tell me they miss me and they're proud of me. So I just wish I would have stayed home in Memphis and, you know, been with my family. The people who are like me, like, people don't understand me. They don't know why I am the way I am. They don't know why I joke around so much. They don't know me. People always assume that that I'm something different than what I'm not. They always assume that I'm bragging or that I'm both. My family understands me because they're like me, and I just miss them. And if I would have stayed home to Memphis, I would have known about having all this money and having all these fans, and, you know, I wouldn't have known anything about it. I would have been a construction worker just like the rest of my family, and happy. And that's all I said. But you get negative people that spin it and take it out of context, and it gets annoying sometimes when people do that. So I just kept it real, like I always do. I keep it real. You ask me a question, I'm gonna give you the honest and most real answer I can possibly give you.
And a question for Rampage and King Mo. You guys have traded barbs. It was a very contentious conference call. But do you think there's a situation where maybe you guys could be cordial after this fight?
Man, I respect King Mo despite what people think. You know, I got the utmost respect for him. I am a little what's the word? I do hold a grudge against him since the first time I met him at that Walmart years ago, and he said he wanted to beat me when I was old and on my way out the sport. You know what I'm saying? I held a grudge with him over the years, but a little fact about me is that I respect all my comrades. Like, fighters, I think that we are all basically kind of like the same people in you know, so many words. Like, we do what like less than 1% of the planet does. You know, we put our health and our lives on the line to entertain you guys and stuff like that. So it takes a special type of person to get in that cage and to fight another man in front of millions of people, you know what I'm saying? And with the way the world is now, so many negative people, I don't think that fighters get enough respect from the fans as we should. So I respect all fight and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes King Mo mouth gets him in trouble, and I'm gonna have to, you know, kick his ass this weekend.
Mo, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, man. Like Quentin said, I respect all fighters, and you know, I ain't no problem with them. You know what I'm saying? But we fighting, so that's what's gonna happen. We gonna fight. But other than that, I respect all fighters because you know we do something that the average person ain't gonna do, and that's going to cage and fight. So when it comes down to, I respect him as a person, as an athlete, but at the same time, he's my enemy right now. And he's been my enemy for a while, so we finna handle this on Friday.
And last question for both of you again. You both had a role in the first pay-per-view with Bellator. Now that Bellator's announced that they're getting back into the pay-per-view picture on a regular basis, I was wondering if you guys had thoughts on that, because you have a unique perspective having headlined that event.
More power to Bellator. You know, I always wish Bellator great success. You know what I'm saying? Me and King Mo, we held it down for the first pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? We made history. That's all, you know, that's what we want people to remember, that, you know, me and King Mo, we the first ones to do it over here. We made history and stuff like that. But more power to Bellator. You know, they're moving up. I think they have the means to be a great company. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of great fighters over here. A lot of fighters over here are you know, very exciting. You know, I look forward to watching that pay-per-view.
You want to repeat the question?
Y'all know King Mo not that smart. You got to say it slow. Repeat the question for him.
But I got college degree. You know what I'm saying? You got a DeVry degree.
I had asked, you guys have a unique perspective having headlined the first Bellator pay-per-view. There hasn't been one since, and now they're getting back into the market. And I was just wondering, from your perspective, what your thoughts on it were.
I think that yeah, we did it. We tried our best to push this the first pay-per-view, but the people in charge the first time they messed it all up. And now I think Coker and Viacom sees the mistakes they made from the first one, because the first card was good. It was a good card, but they just messed things up. You know what I'm saying? Put Will Brooks in and really promote him and all this other stuff. But I think that Viacom saw the mistakes those made, and they're gonna correct that, and they're gonna come with something strong.
All right, we'll do a couple more, starting here with Dwayne.
Mo, this is for you. You've been with Bellator for a while now, and this last 6 months to a year, Bellator is making some big moves, and there's a lot of excitement around the promotion. You know, what's it like for you to see, so like you said, the regime change and how much positivity is around Bellator right now? Are you kind of digging it?
To King Mo?
I know what regime means. Can you spell it? Can you spell it though?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Man, I can't even spell your name.
Exactly. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, things have changed drastically. When I first came, you know, it was just me and a few other people. Then they signed Quentin, they signed Tito. They started making big signs, making big moves, and then they got rid of Bjorn. Coker came in, then Coker started pulling all these people from other organizations, making partnerships, and now you got Phil Davis came, Bader, when that boy from Canada, McDonald. Both of the McDonald's came, so they're making big moves. Got pay-per-view coming up, bigger cards, going international. It shows the growth, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
And it's the same with you, Quentin. You've been, you know, this where that you've been on every stage, and now to see that Bellator right now and what they're doing, and it's an exciting situation. I mean, like, how from the trajectory of where you started to what's going on now, do you think like Bellator's holding it down?
Yeah, I think Bellator doing some good stuff, making some good moves. They like I agree with them making the decision to get Bjorn out and getting Scott Coker in. You know, I don't want to badmouth Bjorn, but you know what I'm saying, you guys saw what was going down. You know, I think if any organization keeps the fighters happy and makes the fighters happy, I think you win in there, because a lot of times people forget that it's the fighters who make the organization popular. Like, you know, I think some MMA production should kind of follow the WWE league in a way of how they promote the athletes. You know, get them popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you go to these organizations and you see the T-shirts and you see the name of the organization on the T-shirts, and it's all about the brand name of the organization. And I think that's the wrong model. You know what I'm saying? I think if you build up the fighters and the fans get behind the fighters, and that's the fastest way to grow the promotion. But what do I know? I'm only a fighter. I'm not a promoter.